Hi, I'm Hiral Arora. I'm a sophomore year studying in University of California, Davis, and I'm here to present SerenAI for the Agentic AI Hackathon 2025. SerenAI basically developed out of my motivation for like building a mental health platform that people can actually use as a journal and get actual real-time advice like a therapist. This was mainly done because in my age, people don't feel like sharing their emotions that often and hide their emotions and don't want to go talk to a therapist by themselves. So this is a nice way to just like get another like a chatbot sort of feeling, and the chatbot makes you feel as comfortable as possible. I've also added like a recommendation feature for movies, series, and book recommendations, so that while having those serious, difficult conversations, people can also have some supportive form of entertainment that they can get recommended, and if they watch it, they can feel better. So I'll explain the features along the way. This is how the front end basically looks like. Um, SerenAI, speak freely, heal gently. That's our motive. When you go to I am a user, I've added auth0 as authentication. So we can enter our email address and password. I'm just going to do Google. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I already logged in earlier, so it can just like log me back in. And I've also added the audio feature. This is how the audio feature works. You just press it and then put on a message, or you can type in a message. I added the audio feature because sometimes when people are in like a lot of like in the middle of an emotion or like a lot of like anxiety, they don't really want to type it out and like express themselves, so they can just speak to the chatbot, and the chatbot will also respond back in an audio format. I also have like the movies and books and songs recommendations. So basically, for the function of the bot, I use like a RAG model to determine emotions and what their to determine different emotions, and the RAG model basically uses sentences to classify the type of the emotion from the user's text, and I've trained it on a RAG model. So then the emotions detected go to the side of the therapist, and we also form a like a plot where the therapist can see like the emotions detected per session of the conversation with the person. For the movies, books, and songs recommendation, again, I use the RAG model as well as OpenAI for recommending movies, books, and songs. So what it does is basically the emotions detected in the conversation, it tries to reverse them and find out emotions that will heal the person facing those emotions, the wrong emotions, or like emotions of anxiety or whatever. And then those emotions get converted into making the person feel calm when they're anxious, or making the person feel wholesome and nice about themselves and they're feeling self-conscious or something like that. And then movies get recommended to them based on that. So let's try and put our first message. Um, Hi, I've been feeling really overwhelmed with the amount of work at my college. It's just everyday homeworks, midterms, finals, and along with that, the pressure of getting an internship, the club applications, club work. It all just feels like everything's tumbling down on me, and I feel like I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm so tired of my life. So now it sends the message to the chatbot, and the chatbot will respond back in a empathetic way and to make the person feel better. It also has the audio feature. Um, yeah, so we can hear the audio version of this.
I'm really sorry to hear that you're feeling this way. It sounds like you're carrying an enormous weight, and it's completely understandable to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Remember, you don't have to face all of this alone. It's okay to reach out for help or take a step back when you need to. Can we talk about one thing that's been the most challenging for you right now? I'm here to support you through this.
So it's like a nice feature to hear back from somebody, and it feels more personal. For this, the audio person that I used was also some audio that from Whisper. I imported Whisper, but then I added an empathetic audio to it. So the person who's talking talks slowly and in an empathetic and gentle way. Uh, while this was going on, the movies, books, and recommendations are also uploaded here. So there's like The Pursuit of Happiness, Inside Out, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Little Miss Sunshine, and then there are books, Gifts of Imperfection. So it's just trying to make you feel better based on the books and movie recommendations. One feature that doesn't have that it doesn't like when you click on it, it doesn't make you go to the link of the books, movies, or songs, which I intend to add in future. I have another feature because obviously it is a mental health chatbot and people could be suffering from bigger mental conditions and could be like self harm or feelings of like hurting themselves or killing themselves. So for those features, I have added like if the person enters anything of that sort, the chatbot fully ends into like a session breakout, and then they immediately have a feature to contact a therapist, which obviously I didn't have data for therapist, but then it could be implemented later on, and then the person can emergent like in a crisis situation as an emergency be connected to a therapist right away, because obviously the chatbot is not equipped enough to make a person feel better in such intense conditions. I will give you an example of this as well. We will enter any message like um, then it blocks the screen and makes an immediate support to the therapist and you. And then it also recommends the national helpline numbers as well as, so it directly connects you with the therapist. So you can talk to them, seek support, and you don't have to rely on anybody. Um, on a chatbot basically, because obviously a chatbot is not equipped enough to handle crisis situations for people. So I think this is a very integral and important feature about SerenAI. Now I'm going to show you the therapist side of it. So we're going to click the logout button and go to the I am a therapist. I'm again going to do a Google login. Um, yeah, so this shows all the therapist dashboard, shows all the patients that have registered in the past. I'm just gonna show this one for example. So when we go down, it shows per session review of each of these emotions or feelings. It also has issues like family conflicts, substance abuse, addiction risk, and stuff like that. So all sorts of issues are tracked by this. It also scores the things by responses. So like in our situation right now, it reached this level, but I don't know why it did not truly say and block the session, but it should have. And same with this one, like when I did this like a while ago, it actually broke into a breakout session and was like crisis detected, and there was a sudden message on the therapist side as well as the chatbot, and then they can just converse together. There's also a search patient option here. I think this is a very good way to track the patient's thing, like way and how the thing went. There's another feature of you can see all the last messages. When you click on this, you can see all the last sessions and a detailed conversation of what the person had with the chatbot. One thing I aim to add on the user side is that they can actually journal rather than just using the chatbot. They can also journal and use the chatbot as like a journal. And they can also come back to their journals and see how they progressed with their emotions over time while using the chatbot. So I think it's a very good tool which assists like a best friend in situations like this. I used OpenAI for some prompting, but then I used it with drag models and developed like a model for all of this. I aim to add more languages so that it makes person feel more comfortable. There's also high risk management, movie recommendations. The risk is managed into scorings as well. So a lot of things, a lot of effort put, and I guess just to make the platform feel more personal and attached to people. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope the idea connects with you. I think based on my personal goal for building this was like there are a lot of chatbots and a lot of developments happening all across the world right now, but nothing focuses on individual and personal goals and personal upliftment and personal emotional comforting. So I think this tool actually benefits people by just acting like a personal buddy or best friend you can just talk to anytime. So I think this would be a good project to take forward into the hackathon. Thank you so much.